Hey there, 5B. This is Mr. Willis, and I may not be in the class with you today, but I'm still going to show you how to use Bitstrips, which is this fun little comic making program that I have. And be aware, you might hear a baby in the background. I am at home with my baby daughter, so if you hear her, just ignore her. Hey, stop laughing. I don't need to hear that. Alright, the first thing that I need you to do once you get to Bitstrips here is you need to log in. You'll see a login area over here, and you have to put in a name and password. And I'm not going to show you just what we put in there because I am putting this out on the internet, but Miss Pondell is going to tell you what to put into these two boxes right now. Okay, so we have logged in, and you should now see over here in the top right of the screen it says hello 5B GCMS. That's you. That means you've logged in correctly. Now we're ready to start making our comic. To do that, we're going to go over here to the left side of the screen underneath where it says create, and we are going to create a comic. When we click on that, it's going to load up a comic, and mine has an unsaved one. I'm just going to click no, so I start a new one. And it should automatically take you to a 3-panel setup, which is what we want to use today. In case you are not in a 3-panel setup, which means you have 3 boxes right here, go to the Layout tab up here at the top of your screen and make sure you click the gag strip. This will give you 3 panels. Once you have the 3 panels, you can go to the Art Library. This is where we have all of the different things that we will be putting into our comic strip. For example, we have characters. You see we have a lot here. If we scroll down, we have even more, all shapes and sizes. For now, I'm going to just grab this buddy guy right here, and it's just a click and drag. Some of you might remember using things like Toondoo or Kerpoof in the past. This works similar to those. So I've dragged Buddy down in here, and he's now in my scene. I'm not going to worry about the fact that his arms are stuck at his sides and his face is stuck in a particular expression, because we can change that later. The next thing I'm going to add are different scenes. You'll see I have a number of scenes here. I can scroll down just like I did before. I'll put this guy at the bus stop. And there is a search here as well. If you want to type in a search for different scenes, the same thing happens for any of the characters or other things that we're looking for. You can use this little search tab to find what you're looking for. Once you have a character and a scene in there, you may want to add some props. And I don't think these props really fit very well. I'll go to city since it's in the city, and this is a pile of cinder blocks, so why not? I'll put that in there. Okay, now once you have pulled things into your scene, you can start rearranging them. For example, I don't think it's a very good idea to have this pile just right in front of him that way. So if I look down at these different controls at the bottom, you'll see I have one that says layer up, layer down. So I can click on this move behind button, and now the cinder blocks are kind of in the background and they can just blend into what's behind him. So as you're putting different things in, you can put some things in front and other things behind by using these buttons. You can also move them back and forth if you have the cross selected. You can use this scale, which means that you can kind of zoom in and out of your scene. If you want to move back and then move up back in, you can do that. You also, once you've clicked on something, if you go right to the top corner here, you can rotate in case for some reason you want to have a character on its side or something like that. You're able to move them around. So at this point you get everything moved around to where you'll want it to be. And I recommend that because you have comics, you have 3 panels planned out on your paper, you go ahead and fill up all 3 scenes before moving forward. Next, after you have all of your props, characters, all that stuff in, if you go to text bubbles, this is where you'll actually be able to add the elements of your story. You see there's several different ones to choose from. I'm just going to grab a regular speech bubble for this guy. And once you pull it down, you'll see it will already highlight the words in there, so you can erase them, type whatever you want, and you can move it around. Whenever you have it as a black cross, that means you can move the whole thing. Or if you want, you can leave it up there and you can grab just the very bottom part and kind of stretch this out so that you know it's connected to this guy. So that's your text bubbles. There are some things with font up here, But do not play with the fonts until you have entered all of your text. We want you to have all of your information in there first before you do a lot of playing. So make sure that you are putting your elements in first. Then you can come back and play. Alright, let's say you've filled up all 3 strips. For the purpose of me just showing you this right now, I'm not going to go through all 3. But you have a box all filled up, and you have your characters in place. You've entered your text. Now you can go to the controls. And you'll notice right now all of these controls are grayed out. I can't do anything with them. To use them, I have to click on a character. Now that I've clicked on a character, I can change his expression. I can make him angry. I can make his eyes open wider, or I can get them really closed since this is an angry guy. Yeah, that hello is sounding kind of sinister now. Hello. So you can move his head back and forth if you want. You can turn the head sideways, turn the body a little bit sideways. You can make him lean in a particular direction or kind of squat down. I'm not going to leave him in that position. You can change him to a sitting position or a running, walking position. You can leave him standing, and so now we've got him pretty tough. You can even change the position of his hands. Like let's say I want to have him both of his hands put into fists. I can do that. So now this guy I think he's ready to fight. But that's just a quick intro. Once you've done all of this stuff, and that should give you plenty to do for a long time. For today, we're not going to mess with the filter step, so don't even worry about it. You may click Save. When you click Save, you can... Oh, I didn't give it a title, so I'm going to click Cancel. And the title, I almost forgot this, the title of your strip goes right up here. And because we are all sharing this same login, I want your title to have your name in it. So make sure your title has your name in it, and then you'll be able to finish filling everything out. Alright, I hope you have a lot of fun with this. Or I'll tell you what, here, I'll show you the save. Okay, once it's done the save, then you have it. Okay, that's all you need to do. We're not going to worry about doing a printout yet today. I will come back and help you with that once I'm back in the classroom. And alright, I hope you have fun. As you can maybe hear in the background, my baby needs my attention. It looks like she's gotten stuck in her exerciser. So I'm going to go help her. You guys are going to have a great time working with these comics, and I will see you back in school hopefully tomorrow.